Welcome back to the Retro Tech Repair Shop. Today we have one of my wife's favourite games when she was a child, and it is a Grandstand Astro Wars little handheld console. Bought off of eBay, condition unknown, so let's get it across to bench 3 and we'll give it a try. Okay, what's it got on it? On off button, a select, a start, a joystick and a fire button. Looks like it's got an external power supply. It uses 4 HP11 C batteries, so you need 4 C batteries. What's the battery terminals like first? Battery terminals look good. Okay, let's put some batteries in it and see if anything happens. I'm always a little dubious when someone says untested, because it's not a lot of hard work really to put some batteries in, and you can get a lot more money for something if it actually does work. So will this be a surprise that it works, or will it not be a surprise that it doesn't work? And nothing happens. I am not shocked by that. Let's get it apart and find out what the problem is. Blimey. Okay. Just a little bit of a diffuser going on there with a star background. This is how obviously they did their colour displays, a little bit of coloured acetate across it. So we have a clear section here, and this is one of these neon tubes, which you hope isn't the problem. Hopefully the fact that there doesn't seem to be any power going to it, that is the problem. And that's the joystick. What's that, a little speaker? Oh yes, a little speaker in there. That's the power supply. So the power supply comes up and looks like the 0 volts links across there, so you can put an external charger in. This is the positive coming up here, going to this external power supply switch, which when you plug in the external supply disconnects the batteries, so you can't back charge the batteries or put it in parallel. So our power supply into the board is coming on here and here. So what we can do is we could hook on our supply, bench supply here and here, which then bypasses the battery compartment, it bypasses this external power supply there, and then we'll put the supply straight onto the board. And the way the switch works, if I can find the switch, which, there it is. Okay, it has a couple of contacts on it there, and they just link across there to join these two together to put power onto the board. So let's get our external bench power supply hooked on first, and we'll see what happens. Okay, nothing should happen until we short this out across here. Oh, look at that. Isn't that interesting? Batteries in, nothing works. Press start. That moves across. Does that fire? Yeah. Well, this is going to be a simple repair by the looks of it. It's not moving across properly. Okay, that is very interesting. So why, with the batteries are connected, nothing happens? Okay, let's sort that problem out first. The easiest way of doing that is to check this unit here, is to hook the probe onto the battery connection, which is the bottom one. and then it goes through an internal contact in this, so that when you plug the external adapter in for external power, it opens the contact there, takes the batteries out of circuit. So let's hook on there, and then that will tell us if that contact there is working properly. Okay, it does move left and right, but it's a bit dodgy to say the least. So we've probably got some kind of really dirty contacts on that switch there, and the power gets through to here, goes through that switch there, and works. So why isn't it getting any power from the batteries? So we'll put some batteries in, and we'll measure the voltage down here to see if we're getting any volts through there. 6.2 coming out of the switch. Okay, so that seems good. So we've got power coming up here. So I'm wondering if we had a dirty contact on here and wasn't allowing it to power up. Okay. Well, I'm going to take this unit apart and investigate a little bit further. Take the batteries out, give it a good clean up. I'm going to clean up these contacts here. I'm going to check the wiring. I'm going to clean up the contacts on this as well. I'm going to have a look at the board at the back because I'm nosy and I want to know how it works. Okay, let's release this plate. Okay. There's a circuit board, so we have got this very delicate neon filled neon tube. There's some insulation material behind it that sits on top of some chips down there, so that's the main integrated circuits behind there. Does the program for the game. So these connectors here you might think are a bit, could flex and cause a break, but they seem okay, so I'll carefully put them back on here. Right, we'll move on now to looking at this power card here. See, there's an awful lot of contact wear here, and that must be what the issue is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bend these up just a little bit more, just put a bit more tension on the switch. Back onto the little pegs. Okay, I'm going to move my attention to the joystick because that seemed to be a bit temperamental. Probably hasn't been used for years. So let's have a look. We'll look at the soldering, and we'll look at the soldering of the connector here, and we'll have a look at the clean up the contacts on the actual switch itself, which is, I expect, will be the issue. And they all look fairly good actually. Right, it seems to be reacting really well. Doesn't seem to be any issues now with moving, firing. This is a really cool game. Thank you for watching. I hope you found it useful and interesting, and see you again soon. Oh dear.